up, everybody? It's Broken Bones here, and welcome to Broken's Bedrock Tutorials. Today, there's been an update to Minecraft, and it's changed the way that withers have spawned, so it's changed the way that my wither cage has been done, so I'm making a whole brand new tutorial with the new updated mechanics. In the previous updates of Minecraft, you used to be able to spawn the wither on the west-hand side, just like this. If we place in the wither right here like we used to, this is 2 blocks away from the wither cage. You can see that if we place in all of the skulls, he no longer spawns right in the center of the wither cage. So if that happens, you need to come into the settings really quick, go to your peaceful mode just like that to get rid of the wither so he doesn't blow anything up. Then you can put it back into hard mode just like this. Then we can spawn it correctly. So if we spawn it correctly, what we can do now is we can come right here to the wither blaster. We're going to come 1 block off, place in your soul sand just like this, and then put your skulls on it just like so, and he'll spawn right in the center there just like that. And before you look at this and go, oh my god, you can't build this in survival, it's got bedrock in it. Well, that's actually not true. You can build this in survival, and you can get bedrock in survival. It's actually quite easy. I've actually got a couple episodes on my realm of me getting bedrock in survival, and I've got a tutorial on how to do that, and I'll leave that link in the top right hand corner there for you guys. To get things started, you are going to need to figure out which way is north, because these things are directional. So one way you can do that is with a pumpkin. If you take a pumpkin, you'll see that the stem points towards the northwest direction. So if that's northwest, then we know that that's north and that's west, and so that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is with a sunflower. If you put a sunflower down, you'll see that the sunflower always points to the east side, so the green side of it is the west side, and since west is to our left when we're looking north, then we know that this direction is north. Another way of doing it is with an empty locator map. If you open the map, you'll see that your cursor is on there and you can see which direction you're pointing. Up is north, left is west, backwards is south, and that way is east to the right. So if we're standing this way with our cursor facing up, we can see that we're facing north. And my favorite way of determining north, you don't need any of these things. You can just use the coordinates up in the top left of your screen. As you can see, my coordinates are in the top left right there, and the coordinate that we're concerned with is the Z coordinate right there, the furthest right. And our coordinate right now is -318. And the further north you go, the further into the negative that you'll go in the Z coordinate. So as you can see, our Z coordinate is now getting bigger and bigger, but it's going further and further into the negative, so it's actually getting less and less. It's decreasing. And so when you're going north, your value is going to decrease. Once you know which way is north, then you can tell which way the wither is going to be breaking all of your blocks, because the wither breaks the blocks in the south and east sides by 2 blocks over here, and on the north and west sides he only breaks it by 1 block over here. So you definitely want your farms coming in from the east or south side so they have this 2 block gap right here, because otherwise most of your items land on that bedrock. If you're planning on building a tree farm, that's perfectly fine. I recommend making sure that your wood is coming out of the farm, either coming from the south going north or coming from the east going west, so it gets pushed in from these directions. If you're building a farm that's already chunk lined, you do not have to chunk line this farm. I've chunk lined it because if you're using blaster farms, then it's best to have this chunk lined, because your other farms will be chunk lined as well, because that's where these pistons will be. As you can see, these are going to be in the next chunks over, so everything's chunk lined already. So if you're building a tree farm that's already chunk lined, then you do not need to chunk line this, and I have a tutorial on showing you how to hook this up to any tree farm, and I'll leave that link up in the top right hand corner there for you guys. And if you guys are enjoying today's video, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. Be sure to share this video with all your friends and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss more videos like this one. And with that being said, let's go and get started with the tutorial. A material list will be down in the description. To get things started, as I stated earlier, if you're going to be building a wood farm, then you do not need to chunk line this, so you can build it wherever your wood is going to be coming in from the south or east sides. But if not, then you're going to come right over here to your chunk border. Go ahead and chunk line yourself an area. If you don't know how to chunk line stuff, I have a tutorial for that. Go ahead and click that link in the top right hand corner of the screen there. It's also down in the description. And go ahead and get yourself a chunk laid out just like this. Once you have this laid out, then go ahead and come to the southeast side. You're going to come to this corner right here. We're going to count 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we're going to come from this block. We're going to count 8 more blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, just like that. Then right here on this block, we're going to count up 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, just like that. Then go ahead and take some obsidian. Go ahead and bring that all the way around, just like this, and then you can break out all of these temporary blocks. Once all your temporary blocks are removed, go ahead and come over here to your wither blaster, and then go ahead and come up by 3 blocks, just like this, so you have a 4 block wide right there in total, and then do the same thing on all sides, just like this. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and connect up the corners just like this, and then go ahead and fill everything in just like that, and you want to do that all the way around on all 4 sides. Once you have that completed up, then you're going to want to come to one of these corners, go ahead and place in yourself a temporary block, place a block on the outside so it's catty corner like this, and bring that all the way across the edge just like that to create a little edge right there. And then we're going to go ahead and do that across all sides. Once you have your walls in place, then go ahead and come to the southeast side, this north, and so we're going to come to this bottom corner right here. We're going to place in 2 obsidian blocks right there, and we're going to place 2 obsidian blocks right there, just like that. Then on this side, we're going to go ahead and place in 3 obsidian blocks just like this. Go ahead and break that one out. And then over here, we're going to place 3 obsidian blocks again over here on this side, just like that. So you have a 4 block wide gap there and a 4 block gap wide there. Then around the rest of the area, go ahead and bring this all the way up to the top there, just like this, to go ahead and finish that off. Go ahead and bring that all the way across. Once you have that done, grab yourself some water. Go ahead and put it in each corner just like this. You should see that it all drains to the middle and leaves the middle open just like that for your items to fall through. Once you have your obsidian built up, then go ahead and come to the center right here. Now it's time to place in your bedrock, so be very careful placing this in. Placing yourself a temporary block right there, right in the center, then placing yourself in your first bedrock block right there. Then you can break this one out, so make sure it's dead center right there. Then go ahead and place in it 2 temporary blocks right there. Take your bedrock and place 1 on each side of the second temporary block just like this. Then you can go ahead and get rid of this one right here. Go ahead and get rid of those. Okay, so now you have this. Then up here, what we're going to do is we're going to come up by 1 and out by 1 just like this. You're going to do that on all the sides, so go ahead and come up by 1 and out by 1 just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to connect up the corners, so go ahead and bring the corners out just like this, just like that, and fill in the middle right there, and do that on all sides. Okay, so there's our last bit. So now we have this 5x5 area with a hole right in the middle of it. So this is what we have so far. Just the bottom, these, and this layer right here. And the vinyl layer up here, go ahead and place in yourself a temporary block, and then place 1 bedrock block on top of that hole right there, and that'll keep your wither inside. And once you have that done, then you need to decide which side is west. So this is our north side, so we know that to our left is going to be west. Go ahead and come to the center right here, right where that is. Come to the last block there on the edge, placing yourself a soul sand right there. 1 out over the edge just like this, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, just like that. Then grab your wither skeleton skulls, put those in, and you should see that your wither goes right in the middle. Once your wither blows up, you'll see that everything should be just fine. Once you've successfully got your wither in place, go ahead and come to the west side over here, and then you're going to come right to the dead center, right where your wither block is, your bedrock block, and go ahead and place a temporary block in there just like this. Go ahead and come over here onto this side. Don't worry about the wither won't hurt you at this point. Go ahead and place in yourself a dispenser right there. That dispenser should be aiming right into this gap right where the wither tail is right there. So that'll hit the tail of the wither. Then go ahead and grab yourself a hopper. Go ahead and crouch on top of this dispenser here. Placing yourself a hopper going into the back of that one. Then a temporary block right there on the back of that hopper with a piston on the front of it just like this. Go ahead and grab yourself a block, place it on the back of that piston just like so. Then go ahead and come down a block and skip one. And then you're going to have a block right there with a redstone torch right there and a redstone torch right here. Down here, go ahead and place in a temporary block and come down by 1, break that one out. Grab yourself a repeater and put that in there just like this. Once you have these in place, go ahead and grab your blocks. Go ahead and come down here by a block just like that. Then go ahead and come up a block right over here just like so. And then you're going to come down a block over here like this, just like that. And you can break out those temporary blocks. So you have this diagonal coming right underneath this area right here. Then next we need to go ahead and take ourselves a repeater. Go ahead and place it in there just like this. Placing yourself some redstone dust on that block right there. And put yourself in a redstone torch right there. And as you're going to see, that's going to go ahead and pulse quite a bit. So go ahead and place yourself in a temporary block and one down here just like that. Grab yourself a redstone torch. Place it in there just like that. That'll turn the whole thing off and place yourself in a lever right there. Flicking this lever will go ahead and turn it on and turn it back off just like this. Once you know this is all working, go ahead and break this torch right here so that piston retracts. Now we're going to build our snowman and the cage that's going to go inside of. So go ahead and place in yourself a block right there and a temporary block right there. Encase this block all the way around just like that. Go ahead and do the same thing up here and place in all those blocks just like so. Down in here, go ahead and build your snowman, 2 snow blocks and a pumpkin just like this. And then as you can see, he turns into a snowman. Then go ahead and put a cap on it just like this so he doesn't get out and nothing will strike him. I don't think any lightning will strike him, just like that. And then go ahead and put your redstone torch back there like that, and now you have yourself a snow machine. And if you turn it on just like this, you should see that your snow machine now fires snowballs at the wither and makes it start to blast. Once you know your snowman machine is working and the wither's blasting up just like this, you can turn it back off just like that. Go ahead and leave that off. And then over here, go ahead and come underneath where your hole is right here. Off to one side, placing yourself a barrel just like this, and a hopper going back in for your storage system. And if you guys want a really cool storage system with shulker boxes and whatnot, go ahead and click the link in the top right hand corner. That is the link to my ultimate shulker box loading guide. It'll show you all the different loaders that you can use with this farm. So now that we know that our wither blaster is working, it's now time to put in our piston walls. So we're going to go ahead and come right here to the center block right here where the wither is, and you're going to count out 15 blocks going backwards. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We're going to go ahead and break out block number 14. We're going to put a piston right there facing this direction. Now this is important. You need to match the gaps that are on this side and that side. So off to the left hand side we have a 1 block gap, so we're going to put 1 piston, just like this. And then over here we have a 2 block gap, so we're going to put 2 pistons over here just like that. Okay, now we can go ahead and break all of our temporary blocks over here. Be careful not to break that block out where the wither is. Actually, that's Bedrock. You're not going to break that out. I might because I'm in creative. But nonetheless, go ahead and place blocks behind all of these pistons just like this. Go ahead and place these pistons up here just like that so they're tall just like that. And then go ahead and put redstone dust behind them just like so. Again, to do this on the other side is the exact same thing. So we're going to go ahead and count 15 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to break out block number 14, place in a piston right there. Match the gaps over here. So we have a 2 block gap over here. So we're going to put 2 pistons over here. We have a 1 block gap on this side. We're going to put 1 piston over here. Go ahead and bring those pistons up by 2 tall, just like this. Go ahead and put blocks behind them just like that. And then bring that all the way across. Put redstone dust on top of all of those. And then go ahead and get rid of all of your temporary blocks. No matter what kind of farm you build, it's always going to have these pistons right here to push the blocks into this area. And so therefore, I put them in here in this tutorial. So that way, every single time you build a blaster farm, these will already be there for you. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. This thing is really quite simple to build and easy to use. All you have to do is turn it on and it works. So it'll blast up all your blocks, collect them for you nice and easily so you don't have to do things manually anymore. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you guys did, be sure to smack the like button for me and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next tutorial. Take it easy, everybody.